Hello, let's play Connections for Sunday, May 31st. But first to reveal our dad joke of the day and this day in history. I don't have one from my calendar, but my member Andrew Powers suggested this one. A physicist, a mathematician, and a philosopher are in a coffee shop. The mathematician said to the physicist, "You know, physics is just applied mathematics. You'd be nothing without me." They all had a good laugh. The philosopher said to the mathematician, "You know, mathematics is just applied philosophy. You'd be nothing without me." They all had a good laugh. Then the physicist said to the philosopher, "Get back to making our coffees." All right. So I think we're done with digging at the philosophy departments. We've done it for 2 weeks now. I, let's do this day in history. So, what do you think happened on May 31st, 1859? Big Ben goes into operation in London. On May 31st, 1859, the bells of the famous clock known as Big Ben, located at the top of the Elizabeth Tower, rang out over the Houses of Parliament in Westminster, London for the first time. The name Big Ben originally applied only to the largest of the clock's 5 bells. Some claim it was named after the famously long-winded Sir Benjamin Hall, the London Commissioner of Works, while another story argues that the bell was named for the popular heavyweight boxer Benjamin Comte. Well, I certainly wouldn't know. All right, I'd like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you. Very special thanks to Alex McCormick, aka Gasman1109. Thank you for a full year as a member. Happy anniversary. Also, thank you to Board Bites. Thank you both for your continued support. All right, let's play Connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. We've got butter, salt, steak, break, jack, soak, pocket, spine, rubber duck, tar, rack, school bus, Pikachu, sea dog, sash, and Q. Pikachu, what are you doing here? Pikachu might be part of a things that, like things that are yellow. School buses are yellow. Pikachu is yellow. Let me pull up my pen. What else is notoriously yellow? Butter can be yellow most of the time, I think. I've never seen butter that isn't yellow. I mean, I guess you can have white butter, right? But sash, sea dog is a term for sailor, isn't it? Rubber ducks tend to be yellow. So things that are yellow is tempting to put as the yellow category just because it mentions yellow. It is a fairly simple category, so let's mark that yellow for now. Kind of a meta thing. Tar and sea dog and salt, I believe, are all terms for sailors. What would be the other one, though? I don't think Jack. I haven't heard that one. Most of these I know from like other connections puzzles or crossword puzzles. I'm not that familiar with what sailors or sailing terms, but you kind of pick it up when you play enough of these word games. But I don't know what the fourth one is, but I don't know. Is that going to be like green? I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to see what the other categories are. If this is a category at all. Let's see, sash or Q. Q and pocket and break are all just kind of words, and rack. These are words from billiards or pool. Is that going to be blue? I don't know. I've already used up green and yellow. We'll reevaluate once we have all the categories. Sash, spine, soak, jack, stake. Maybe jack would be the sailor term for sailors. These all start with S. Soak, stake, spine, stash. This is probably our purple because we haven't really seen a purple category yet. What would it be? It's not going to be they all start with S. Oh, it's ending in, if you remove it, it's a tree plus an S at the start. So this is an ash tree, a pine tree, an oak tree. Now the question is I mean, this doesn't add an S, so, and I don't think there's an ack tree, but is a take tree something? Teak? Let me look at the other ones that start with S just to make sure I didn't miscategorize it. I don't think there's an alt tree, but I also don't think there's a teak tree. But maybe there is. Maybe I just don't know it. E-dog. All right, I think I have to trust that this is the purple. So let's lock in the purple because I do think that has to be purple. It's very purpley. Tree plus an S. Okay, good. That was correct. Kinds of wood plus an S. Oh, okay. Specifically wood kinds. So let's fix our colors. So, well, let's think about this. We've got pool terms, pretty well known, but it is somewhat trivia in that you have to know about pool or you're not going to get it. We've got terms for, I think terms for sailors is probably most likely to be blue because that feels most trivia heavy. And then things that are yellow, I really think ought to be yellow. So let's go for that. So let's swap green and blue. So tar, sea dog, salt, and jack being terms for sailors, slang for sailor. And then we'll save the yellows for yellow. So rack, break, cue, and pocket for pool being green. I did it. Billiards, okay. And these are things that are yellow. And they made that the yellow category. All right. Finally, the reverse rainbow. I did it. And finally a swap that was actually true. All right, cool. Hardest part of this game is figuring out the colors. Alrighty, well, I don't think it was, I mean, okay, difficulty, it's tough to judge the difficulty here because I don't know how common certain knowledge is among the player base. Let's see what their testers gave it. It's Pokeballs as billiard balls. That's fun. 2 out of 5. Okay. So they thought it was pretty simple. Not under 2, but still. Okay, 63% solve rate. 1/3 of people made no mistakes. Okay, so that's about a 3 out of 5, yeah. Reverse rainbow, kind of common today. 1 in 75. So people going for a reverse rainbow were able to get it. That's basically what I'm thinking there. A lot of people getting the yellow first makes sense. Billiards, not so much. Blue and purple, a little bit. Interestingly, we even out yellow and blue. So like people who got, well, I guess people who didn't get yellow first are kind of split between getting yellow second or getting blue second. But our purple is creeping up as well. So we have a bunch of people who got nothing and a bunch of people who got green and yellow. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, so we've got 13, almost said 15. We got 13% getting green, yellow, green only. 8% only yellow, 5% only green, and 7% nothing. It's interesting how that works out to be in the low 80% for those two categories. Right, yeah. I mean, if you find purple, I think you're good. That's the big thing. All right, people are doing, yeah, like what is the 4th sailor slang? Is it soak? Is it sash? Is it stake and soak? I don't know. Is jack a billiards term? Not that I know of, but maybe it sounds like you don't know the 4th, so it sounds like one. Are sea dogs yellow? Maybe if they have jaundice. All right. 47% got yellow first, 20% got green first, 5% blue, 4% purple. All right. Does that 4% like, so I was 1 in, what was it? I want to do some math here. I was 1 in 75. So 1 in 75, what percentage is that? It's definitely lower than 4%. 1 divided by 75 times 100. That's 1.3%. So 4% of people got purple first with no mistakes. And then about what math am I trying to do? About a quarter of them were then able to, I don't know, what percentage of them were then able to, why can't I think about this? I've got too much on my mind. Anyway, it's something I'd want to do, just sit and make sure I got the math right, not just on the fly. But anyway, my point is that only a minority of people who got purple first were able to then achieve the reverse rainbow. All right, cool. Well, how'd you do?